In today's video, we're going to speak about the recent drama between Elon Musk and Trump. So yesterday, there was an exchange of words between Trump and Elon Musk. Elon Musk doesn't like the fact that Trump is increasing spending. So lots of drama there. Going to speak about that and also the impact for crypto. So let's go into that. So as you can see, yesterday, Elon Musk dropped the bomb saying that Trump is in the Epstein files. Not only that, he's saying that Trump lied a lot and he wouldn't increase spending, and Trump now is increasing spending. Also, Trump is saying that Elon Musk is lying a lot. So lots of drama here. Markets reacted to this yesterday. Bitcoin had a small correction, but if you look at today, it's almost at 105. So as you can see, crypto-wise, at least at the moment, is doing well. So this is big because Elon Musk and Trump were big allies. When you have the most powerful man in the world and the richest man in the world against each other, it's not really good. Also, they are from the same party, Republicans. So let's see what unfolds. But at the moment, it's not looking good for both of them. If you look at altcoins, today we are having a bounce, which is really good. Across the board, we are having altcoins doing more or less well. Bitcoin also strong. Bitcoin dominance is increasing, and I'm going to speak about my altcoin prediction for this cycle. So if you look at Bitcoin, you can see that we are at 104, almost 105. So I spoke about this area on my Discord, where I said that as long as we are above 100K, we are fine. We came here, as long as we hold this area, I think Bitcoin is fine. If we start losing 100K, then yes, 97, 94, that some fear will come into the markets because people start to say that this is the top of the bull market. So definitely want Bitcoin to hold this area. If Bitcoin starts to close again above 107, 8, then I think we're going to go to 120 to 130K. I would expect the next few weeks to have some kind of ranging, and then maybe end of June, beginning of July, we go to 120 to 130K. If you look at M2, which basically tracks liquidity across the world, you can see that Bitcoin is following the same price, the same movement as M2. As you can see, M2 is around 150 for Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin keeps following M2, even here, as you can see, this correction, Bitcoin is doing exactly the same thing. So if it keeps following M2, we're going to have Bitcoin at 150K maybe by September, I would say. Now let's look into Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance is at 64. As long as Bitcoin dominance is this strong, you can expect altcoins to underperform. So if we look at last cycle, we had altcoins only moving when Bitcoin dominance hit 70%. So we are still at 65. I think we're gonna hit 70, 74 this cycle, and then yes, then we're gonna have alt season. We are not far, but I would say still this year, or at least the next few months, we might have still Bitcoin very strong. I'd say after 120 to 130K, then yes, then I expect altcoins to outperform Bitcoin. So, but historically, we are still not at the level where we should expect altcoins to move. If Bitcoin starts to go here and go above, that's a different cycle. But until we hit 70%, it's still similar to last cycles, even if this one is a bit longer. Another very important thing is Ethereum. So if you look at the chart of Ethereum, you can see that in the last 3 years, Ethereum is down 72% against Bitcoin. So Ethereum is the second largest crypto. If Ethereum doesn't do well, altcoins also don't do very well. So we have, for the first time in 3 years, a monthly bullish candle for Ethereum. I would expect Ethereum in the next few months to maybe do 60 to 70% against Bitcoin. And then altcoins, Solana, Su, Itau, all these altcoins will do very well too. So Ethereum doing well is very, very important for altcoins. It's the largest altcoin. So if it doesn't do well, altcoins tend to also underperform. If you look on the weekly, Ethereum is starting to show some strength. We need more days to confirm this, but at the moment is one of the few months that Ethereum is bullish against Bitcoin. So something to pay attention, Ethereum. Another very important thing is altcoins against Bitcoin. So as you can see, we are basically at bear market levels. So this was last cycle in December of 2020, so 5 years ago. And altcoins did like 500% against Bitcoin. As you can see, we are getting to the same demand zone as 2020. So I would say around this level, even looking at momentum indicator on the monthly, we are at the absolute low. So if there is a time for altcoins to do well, I would say the next few months, it's almost inevitable. You have a monthly demand zone, even if you don't have a big alt season like last cycle, at least I think we're going to have a really, really good bounce. Because we have all the indicators are showing that altcoins are going to do very, very well. Now let's go into altcoins. First, let's go into Tau. So Tau is in a really good demand zone. I would say between 360 and 300 is a really good level to dollar cost average. If we look at momentum indicator, which tracks volatility, and you can see momentum, you can see that we are basically at the lows. The last time that Tau was this low, we were at 160. And from here, Tau, as you can see, did 180%. Again, we are getting to the same level. That's why looking at the chart, looking at momentum, I think this is like 160. So I think in the next few weeks, maybe the next month, we can have Tau above 500. The moment I think we close above 500, Tau is going to hit new all-time high. So definitely for me the best project to accumulate at the moment. Sui is also in a good place, but I'll say Tau, from the risk reward, the market cap is also lower, has the biggest narrative of all of them, artificial intelligence. So I should expect Tau to perform really well. Subnets are improving, more subnets. You have, for me, the best team in the space. So definitely my number one conviction. So when you look at the chart of Sui, we clearly can see that this is a really good level. I gave this level on Discord. Between 285 and 262 is a really good level to accumulate. So Sui also my second biggest conviction. I think along with Solana are the only two layer ones that I see getting main adoption. Also another important thing, momentum indicators at the lows. Last time that momentum was this low, Sui went from $1.63 to $4, almost a 3x. Again, we are in the same level. So Sui looking bullish. Solana basically in the same place. Still not see bullishness for this chart. For Solana to become bullish, we need to close above 180. Above 180, and I think Solana is going to run to new all-time highs. Even if you look at Solana compared to Bitcoin in the last year, Solana outperformed, Bitcoin outperformed Solana 50%. So in general, you are better with Bitcoin. But in the future, I think Solana is going to do very well along with Sui and Tau. It's just a phase until we have the Federal Reserve printing money again, quantitative easing. Then yes, then altcoins are going to do very well. And to finish off, this is something very important. So on the left, you have the chart of altcoins excluding top 10. On the right, you have the chart of Bitcoin. This is last cycle. Look at this. So this is the chart of altcoins. In the same period, altcoins went from 28 to 50 billion, and you look at Bitcoin went from 10 to 40k. As you can see, altcoins were ranging. Look at Bitcoin, massive move up, and altcoins didn't do anything. And then in the last phase of the cycle, Bitcoin went from 40 to 60k. Look at this, 10x in the last phase of the cycle. So altcoins were dead, and then Bitcoin went from 40 to 69k. And altcoins did 10x. I think the same thing will happen this cycle, where Bitcoin goes to 130, 150k, and in 3 months, altcoins do very well. I think it will be less because you have a lot of meme coins and shit coins, but still, I think the really good coins still have an alt season ahead. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much.